Today on Family Matters.
Since me and Lee have separated, my time is just completely taken up with the kids. I don't feel like I'm getting enough support from Lee.
I think she's wrong. I do want to spend more time with my kids. I work 6 days a week. The only time I can spend with my kids is on a Sunday.
So how about spending all day with your kids instead of spending 2 hours and then going to the pub for 6 hours, Lee? Don't say I'm here for sympathy, because you're talking rubbish.
Why are you drinking if you're looking after the kids?
Why is it always about me doing stuff with my kids? She never did all with me with my kids. It was like I was just getting pushed out from day one.
You chose not to be with him. He's tried his best. You had no intentions of getting back together with Lee. I'm sorry, but you've just used him.
There's too much animosity and too much anger. Quite frankly, I'm glad you're not together.
I am.
Because these kids would be suffering more. Show. My first guests today are Nicola and Lee. Nicola contacted the show as she's struggling to cope with their 5 children since she separated from husband Lee. She says the kids are out of control and that problems between her and Lee are just getting worse.
I'm Nicola. I'm mum of 5 children, aged between 10 and 2.
So, Poppy Brad, so she'll stop trying.
I've separated from the dad. The main problem is I don't have enough control over the children.
Yes. No. Take your glasses off, please.
No.
Since me and Lee have separated, my time is just completely taken up with the kids. I don't get any time really to myself. It is like a treadmill that I want to get off sometimes. Get up at 5, get them ready, out the door, 3 at breakfast club. On Mondays and Fridays, Archie and Poppy need dropping off at nursery, tidy up after the morning madness. My house is controlled by an army of tiny people. They control what's going on in the house. This house is just crazy, and sometimes I find it easier to give in than argue. I don't feel like I'm getting enough support from Lee. I do think he could spend more time with them. It's hard. It is hard, but it's my job and I have to do it.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Just watching that videotape there and seeing you with the kids, out of control, feel out of control. Mm-hmm. How long?
Forever, really.
Even when you was with Lee?
Yeah.
So tell me about that. Take me back to your relationship with Lee and when you were still feeling out of control, because you have been separated with him for how long now?
We separated in October 2012. Then we tried again and we've separated again since then.
OK, so when? Give me your last... January?
Yeah.
So January, it's been final?
Yeah.
For you both?
Yeah.
Right, OK. And you got back on the premise of what terms?
Just to try again for the children.
And was anything new? For the children, not for yourselves?
No, for the children.
Right, OK. So then take me back to your relationship with Lee and when you felt out of control in the relationship with him, and why?
Even when we were together, he worked, and then I was the carer of the children, if that makes sense. If I asked him for help, then he'd help out, but if I didn't ask him, then he wouldn't really do it.
So you're saying to me that even though you was in a relationship, you felt like you would just deal with the kids solely?
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I ended it, because I said I might as well be a single parent, because I'm doing everything myself anyway.
Right, so you felt that you had no support from him whatsoever when it came to...
Unless I demanded it.
Unless you
asked.
asked.
Look, I've had enough, you need to help me, then he would help.
You ended up splitting up. You made that decision?
Yeah.
You did. And where's he live now? What's the situation?
He lives with his parents and his
parents.
sister.
OK, and his involvement with the children, does he see them?
One child goes to sleep there, so like maybe one on a Monday, one on a Tuesday.
And he's there?
He's at work, and then I don't think he really gets to spend much time with them because he doesn't finish work till late. So by the time he gets home and he's had his dinner and shower, they're usually in bed, I would say.
So what's the purpose then of the kid being over at the grandparents' house, which is where Lee lives with his own parents? What's the purpose of one child going over there if they're not really seeing their father or spending any quality time? and the grandparents are having to basically look after the kids.
Well, I totally agree, but the children like going to see the grandparents too.
So it's about grandparents or it's about dad? I'm trying to get clarity. That's why I'm asking you these questions, because I want you to
My
think
personal
about why.
opinion is that they're there for the grandparents, not for the dad, because they can't spend that much time with him. Because
so is that why you give permission for them to go over there?
No, I give permission, so I'm not seen as though I'm stopping the children from going. Because if I say no, then I'm stopping the children from going, and that's...
So the children ask you to go over and see their grandparents?
Yes.
And so then you give them permission?
Yeah.
That you were hesitant there, though?
Yeah, I am hesitant because to me, they should be spending time with the dad.
So then that's got to build some resentful feelings, because you're sending them over there. You see how wishy-washy this all is?
Yeah.
It's so grey. You're sending them over there with the hopes that they're spending time with their father, but they're not spending time with their father because their father's working till late.
Yeah.
And so then you're now getting resentful because they're not seeing their father.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But there's a very obvious reason why not.
Yeah.
What are you wanting today?
I want him to spend time with the children, more time with the children, more backup from him, you know. If I'm having a problem with him and I ring him...
Yes.
All I get is you chose to be a single parent, you know.
Right, because you made a decision to not be with him. OK, let's meet Lee. I'd like to look at some tape.
My name's Lee, I'm a father of 5, and I'm an ex-partner of Nicola. It wasn't me personally who wanted to break up, it were her who wanted to break up, not me. All of a sudden, it was like, I can't put up with it anymore, Lee.
Some days it's just too much. I do feel very resentful towards Lee because I think he's sat there now eating his tea and he's got nobody bothering him. I bet he's having a bath now and he ain't got anybody banging on the door or trying to jump in with him.
Get off me! Are you going to calm down and stop it off?
During the night, say 3 kids might get up during the night and I just think, just let me sleep. Please just let me sleep. And I think, how lucky is he now, fast asleep, we're not, you know, without being disturbed.
I don't spend enough time with my kids because I work and try and provide for them. But she turns it back on me. What she's trying to get out of this is sympathy. Because she's making it, it's hard work this, it's hard work that. For 2 hours or 3 hours I take them bowling, I take them for the dinner. I buy them trainers, I buy them this. And it only lasts 2 hours. I take them home and I get grief for it. There's no need for it.
He's great because they have loads of fun with Daddy, but with Mummy, Mummy makes me do my homework and Mummy makes me brush my teeth and Mummy makes me have a bath, and so I'm sort of the bad one all the time.
There now. Can you sit down for me, please?
At the moment, no, I don't feel like I'm getting enough support from Lee.
She goes on as so I'm some monster, and I'm not. No.
Welcome, Lee. What do you make of the tape?
I think she's wrong.
OK, I'd like to hear your voice. You're here to be able to articulate and express your side.
I do want to spend more time with my kids, but I'm just finding it quite hard at the minute. Like I said, she has said I do work, but I work 6 days a week. The only time I can spend with my kids is on a Sunday.
Right, OK.
So how about spending all day with your kids instead of spending 2 hours and then going to the pub for 6 hours,
but
Lee?
that's nothing.
Don't say I'm here for sympathy, because you're talking rubbish.
For 2 hours? Where do you want me to take them, Nicola? What do you want me to do? Take them out all day long? What, spend money all day long? I just cannot afford to do that.
But you can go spend 6 hours in pub, Lee, spending money in the pub. How about not buying them pints and spending that on your kids?
No, that's fair enough.
I don't know how you dare say that I'm here for sympathy, Lee.
Well, I think you are, Nicola.
So I'd like to take the relationship back for when you was in it, OK? Because I've heard, obviously, a lot of not feeling emotionally supported in the relationship. So what's your account of how you felt you were a part of that family or were involved with your family?
I've always been a part of that family. It's her who's chose me to be part of that family. I will be there for my kids without a shadow of a doubt.
Was you somebody who participated in a lot of the parental responsibilities. Was there a dialogue between you both with respects to what you would do with the kids? You got a handful, you know,
Well,
was there?
It was hard. It is hard at times, but when obviously when we both were there, we would always. She used to say to me, "Why don't you take them out, Lee? Why don't you take them to the park, Lee? Why don't you do this with them, Lee?" While she was still sat at home, why is it always about me doing stuff with my kids? She never did out with me with my kids when we give this relationship another go. It was like I was just getting pushed out from day one.
So you felt that you were being asked to do all the activities?
Yes, I was, yeah. She was telling me to do everything,
So
yeah.
what did you feel about that?
I did it to keep her happy. That's what I did it for. I didn't want to do it. Fair enough.
Why?
Take the kids to...
I want to understand why you only took the kids out and only participated as their father in having activities and fun with them to keep
her happy. I know.
Happy rather than doing that for the kids
Yeah.
and actually bonding with the kids and having fun with the kids.
Yeah, but some days it could be raining. Do you know what? And she said to me, take them to the park. It's raining. What are they going to do at a park when it's raining?
So what would you do instead?
They've got a quad. I used to take them out on the quad all the time as well.
But what would you do? What would you do inside? What kind of things would you do inside with them? What kind of games would you play? How would you ground them all up together and have fun?
Joe. Good question.
I'd be perfectly honest with you, right?
That's what we want, is the honesty.
I didn't really play games and that with my kids.
Right,
I didn't.
okay.
Personally, I could have been a bit better in that way, but any other way she wants me to be better in, I can't possibly do it. Because I'm doing nothing wrong.
I want you to be better. What way do I want you to be better?
You tell me.
I want you to spend time with your kids. I want you to spend time with the kids, not in a pub. The Sunday, I said to you, I didn't want them going to the pub. So you left the house, you took them to the park with your brother, and then you left the park after an hour and went and had them sat in the pub for 5 hours. In that time, you sent 2 of them off with your brother's girlfriend to a play gym, and you also sent Poppy off with your brother's girlfriend to go get some shoes. So in the time, you had not seen or spoken to your children for 7 days, and you only had 2 of them in the pub for 5 hours, Lee.
What am I doing wrong by doing that, though? What am I doing wrong?
Is it me? Please, somebody tell me. Is it me?
It's always about you.
You're having a laugh, Lee. They're your children as much as they are mine.
I'd actually just like to answer your question. With what's been said, do you honestly feel that there is nothing wrong with that, as they were in your care? And you were supposed to be spending that quality time with them?
Yeah, I should have spent quality time with them. But when they're asking to go with their Auntie Kerry, as they call her, what do I say? No, you're not going with them. And
You
upset.
say, I haven't seen you for a week and this is my time to see you, so I'd rather you stay with me.
Ella May, fair enough, wanted to go and play out, which I let her go and play out. But I did ring Nikki up at the time and said, look, she wants to play out on a bike. And she says, well, she's not coming over home. So I says, well, what? She's wanting to play out, that's all I said. So Ella May went to play out.
But do you not think that the kids were wanting to do everything other because they were stuck in a pub?
That is right.
Do you not...
Possibly.
I know that you're saying that you want him to participate, you want Lee to be more involved with the children. How does that happen during the week?
I don't expect it to happen during the week. I've never asked him for anything during the week.
Right.
I know he can't, and I know he works a lot of hours.
So you're asking what?
What I'm asking for is, on the Sunday when he doesn't work, that he spends... Lee will pick the kids up. He'll go to McDonald's.
Talk to Lee. I mean, that's the whole point of us being here.
You pick the kids up, you go to McDonald's, you bring them home. That's it. That's your contact with the kids for the week. Or you'll pick it, like the Sunday that we were discussing. That's when I said to you that I'd made plans with my mum and I wouldn't be back before 4 o'clock. The whole time you had them, you was texting me, you was ringing me, you took my car and left it at the pub, which then left me with 5 children to go and collect the car. Sorry?
Sorry, whose car?
My car, Lee. Right? You left it at the pub because you'd had too much to drink when you had the kids.
Well, I'm not going to drive
it back. No, exactly. But then I have to take 5 children to go collect the car, Lee.
I like a...
No, I mean, why are you drinking if you're looking after the kids?
Yeah, but...
Lee?
It's an odd pint, do you know? It's not as though I'm getting legless and I can't look after my children.
Well, obviously enough that you can't get in a car and drive.
Well, what, after 2 pints you can't get in a car and drive? And after a pint you can't get in a car and drive?
But why are you drinking, looking after the kids?
Because I like a drink, but I was still...
I mean, you've got a week that you could go for a pint after work when you've got the kids on a Sunday.
But I'm not a bad dad, I'll tell you that for a fact.
I haven't said that. I'm asking you questions because I'm trying to help the pair of you as a professional, OK?
This is not
What do you
about
want,
proving
Lee?
who's best, Lee.
What
This
do
is
I
about
want?
the kids.
Yeah,
I want to be able to look after my kids better than what I'm doing. I will get my own house, and when I get my own house, I will have my kids every other weekend, which we have agreed.
Perfect. But now, let's talk about now, because we can't keep thinking about when I get my house. Let's look at the immediate, because that's what's important, OK, that we can create some consistency with the children, OK, until those moments happen. So what do you actually want?
I want to be able to be there for my kids every Sunday like I can be. That's all I want.
I'd love to meet both your mums, Jackie and Linda. Let's take a look at the tape.
I'm Nicola's mum, and I hate to hear the distress that she has in her voice when she's ringing me up with one problem or another.
What is going on now? Stop it!
Since Nicola has become a single parent, I think the issues have been more highlighted. And when the 5 children are in this house running amok, then it's impossible for her to be on 3 different floors of the house all at the same time. Lee has a very small role now in regards of the parenting. I don't feel he gives the children the support that he needs. I think Lee could support the children and Nicola more.
Hi, I'm Linda, I'm Lee's mum. Lee's a fantastic dad, he is a fantastic dad, but I think when they was at my house, they were all together and the kids were unsettled, they were unsettled, we were unsettled, you know, because we just didn't know what to do. Oh my gosh, when they first broke up, I've never seen a person like it. He lost so much weight. You know, for her to see a grown man cry, it was awful. Some of the things I'm told, what she said is, it's nasty and it's hurtful. I will not come out and ask her because I don't want no falling out. Because them are my grandchildren and I don't want to stop seeing that. I don't want to lose them grandchildren.
Hello, welcome, ladies. Hi. Hi. So you're hearing from both sides, obviously, with what's going on here. So where do you see this all? I mean, you know, as a mother, raised your own kids, you know, what do you see?
Well, I can see both points of view, definitely. I mean, you know, Nicky's with the kids 7 days a week. She's a fantastic mother, but he's also a fantastic dad. And I know he works 6 days a week and he does like a pint with his brother. I mean, that day in the park, as far as he took them out, but it was raining and they were cold. He thought he were doing well. I mean, didn't he ask Nicky if he could come home with the children?
Yeah.
And you said no.
No, yeah.
But why? Why couldn't you have gone to the house then and you could have gone out and he could have spent time with the children?
Because we're not together anymore, Linda, and that's my house
that's
now.
what you normally do, Nicky. You normally let Lee in the house with the children and you go out. You go out. You know, I mean, you could have gone anywhere.
So do you feel that it's unfair that if Nicola wants to choose to spend her Sunday in her home relaxing, that she should have said, OK, I'll go out and you come back to the house?
The idea was she was supposed to be going out.
But if she chooses not to...
Yeah, that's fine.
If she chooses not to...
That's fine.
But that's not what you've just said.
No.
And that's what I'm trying to clarify.
Yeah.
You've actually said that you felt she should have gone out and actually Lee should have been able to come back to hers
No,
with
what I'm trying to say is he did ring and asked if he could take his children there and look after them there. She offers him down to the house now to look after the children, so what were difference that day?
Because she made a choice.
I asked him to come to the house and look after the children. I haven't, Linda. I haven't.
Well, no, you haven't, because he's working, Nicky.
Really, it's just... You know, the reality is how do we get ourselves to a place as a couple who have separated, a couple who are no longer together, OK, a couple who live in their own homes, you're at your mother's, you're in your home, OK, where you have primary care of the children, OK, you are the primary carer of your children together, and you have that Sunday to spend time with them. How do we today come to an agreement where we can put very firm boundaries in place to support the kids? Because at the end of the day, the kids are stuck in the middle of this turmoil, OK, and they're the ones who are suffering.
Could I just intervene at that point?
Yes,
you
please.
Know, Linda, me and you have always got on, and I hope to God we always do, but Ella May's suffering. Ella May's, she's had a conversation with me this morning, and it broke my heart. I think a lot of the problems here is that Nicola and Lee just don't communicate as parents, never mind adults. Yes. They don't communicate as parents. What the children need is structure and boundaries. And there is none of that, whether they're with Lee or whether they're with Nicola. There's bedlam in the house.
Because there's no boundaries here, though, is there? Yes.
They both mutually agree to.
Yes, I agree.
And stick to that mutual agreement. That's what
How have you seen that have, you know, a ripple effect with the children?
I had a conversation with Ella May this morning.
Yes.
And she said to me this morning that she wants to say to her dad that when you start being awful to Nicola, it upsets all of them. It's not just upsetting Nicky.
I had a wonderful chance to meet all of your lovely children. Watch the videotape. Nice to meet you all. I'm Jojo. Hi. What's your names?
Mine's Bradley.
Hi, Bradley. Nice to meet you.
I'm Olivia.
Hi, Olivia. Nice to meet you. Hi, look at me, look at me. Say hi.
I'm Archie.
You're Archie. Hi, Archie. Nice to meet you. Hello, are you?
Ella May.
Hello, Ella. Nice to meet you.
Ella May.
Ella May. Nice to meet you, Ella May. And what's your name?
Poppy.
Poppy. Mummy says that sometimes you're naughty. You misbehave. What are some of the things that you do then that Mummy says, oh, you're misbehaving, come on, behave yourselves? What are some of the things? Fighting. All right, so what do you fight over then?
Them two are the fighty ones. Yeah, and you
Who are the fighty ones?
Me, Ella May, Archie and Olivia. I'm Poppy. She bites. Me and Bradley fight the most.
Poppy? Yeah. You and who, Ella?
Bradley.
You do? So what do you disagree on?
Sometimes she steals my footballs.
So nobody asks anybody whether they can borrow anything?
No.
You just take?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't, I ask.
You ask?
No, you don't. Sometimes. Sometimes I ask.
Olivia, there's no getting away with it here. What about yourself, Archie? What do you do that Mummy says is naughty behaviour?
Archie tried biting me.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you bite? Do you get angry and you bite?
He tried biting me.
You do?
Sometimes. Sometimes they get cereal and put it all over the living room carpet.
Oh, no. That's not good, is it?
No. But we've got a lock on it now.
What have you got a lock on?
The cereal cupboard.
On the cereal?
Cupboard.
Right. So, is there anything that I can teach Mum today?
Yeah. Yes.
What do you think?
Stop swearing at us.
To stop swearing at you?
Yeah.
Okay. So when she gets angry, she swears, or she just swears anyway?
She swears. When she gets angry, she swears, but when she's angry, she swears at us.
When she gets angry, she swears at you?
Yeah, when she gets angry with all of us, when she gets really, really, really angry, she swears at us.
Oh, that's no good.
And slaps us.
And she uses naughty words?
Yes.
Right. Who tidies their own room?
Me.
Who will tidy their own room?
Well, these two, these get away with it because these mess our bedrooms up. Then we've got to tidy it up when it's not even our mess. Yes, you do. It's not my mess. It's your mess as well. Always on my bedroom floor then. I'm at school. Oh no, no.
Do you see Dad?
On Sundays and when we sleep.
Only sometimes, and on Sundays, you're saying?
Yeah, when.
Okay, what do you do when you see Dad then on a Sunday?
He takes us out. We go somewhere.
You go somewhere?
And he wants to sleep in the bed with him.
Okay.
The big bed.
He wants you to all to sleep in the big bed? You sleep
Except Olivia, because she's scared of the cat. No, I sleep now. Yeah, she's let people down.
Have fun playing with all the toys in here. I'm going to go and meet your nan and your mum and your dad. OK, enjoy.
I want to.
Nice to meet you all.
Bye.
Bye, love. Wow. Look at them. It was fun. It was fun. They are beautiful children, and you know the way they've been behaving. You know, you've got to, as mature adults here today, understand that the raw emotion and you know the anger and the hurt and the disappointment that you've been feeling in your own relationship and how you've been processing that, you know, to the point where decisions have been made, has had a huge impact on the kids. I recognise that you've got to start making decisions together, OK, as well as individually with your children, responsible ones, so that these children do not continue to have this tornado under their own roof, because it just really isn't fair, and it's not teaching them healthy relationships. It's not. And so what you see is a domino effect with them all, you know, and it's natural for, you know, kids to squabble, whether there's 2 of you, 3 of you or 5 of you. You know, that's part of them really learning about their own relationships and about themselves and the dynamics, you know, as siblings. But what you are seeing a lot of is mimic behaviour of what's been going on here, you know, and that's what they see in a warped sense of love. That's what's supposed to be a healthy relationship. And then they mimic that behaviour. And the stress that you as adults feel in your own relationship, well, imagine the stress that they're feeling, living in that environment that's being created for them. And that stress then comes out in the nicky-picky behaviour that you see with all of them. And Poppy's absorbing it all in, because now Poppy's watching all the older children as well. Let's go to some more tape.
I'm missing out on having time with my friends on my own and just to be me, to not be mum, but just to be me. I would love to be able to just have a bath and relax, or just have some time for me, to just be able to enjoy some things and have some downtime, really. You know, I'd really like that. I feel like I'm talking to myself, and I think they just see me as being here to do what they need me to do.
I didn't want to walk away. She ended it. I can't do right for doing wrong. She has hurt me in a big way. And to forgive somebody the way I did, it really hurt me. She does not deserve me. I want my kids to look up to me and think, yeah, you are my daddy, good daddy.
I just want Lee to be the dad that he can be, which is a really good dad. He just needs to focus on the children more. I would like Lee to step up a bit and, you know, be there for them more, spend more time with them.
Nicky, you chose this. You chose not to be with him. He's tried his best. He really has tried his best. You told him you were going to get back together. You had no intentions of getting back together with Lee. I'm sorry, but you've just used him. You've hurt him. When he was poorly at the end of last year, when he ended up in hospital 3 times, where was the sympathy? There was none. No, come on, Nicky, it was a case of when I having the children. He lost about 3 stone in weight because of his illness. And if it wasn't for us...
Hang on, Linda.
No.
Right, let's tell the truth.
Yeah, we'll tell the truth. What about when you assaulted him the other weekend, Nicky?
Where was
in front of the children?
When he was at hospital, who was sat at hospital with him, Linda? That would be me.
To go.
Who went to the doctors with him? That would be me. So at what point did I ask you when you were having the kids when you were poor?
You asked me to go to the doctors, but you asked me if I wanted to go, and I suggested my son, and you said, no, I'll take him.
So can we talk about what just happened?
You were in the doctors with him while I was sat in the car with the 5 kids, Linda.
Can we talk about what's just happened?
So don't say I wasn't there, because I was there. That is exactly what you
said. You weren't there.
You just said when he was poorly, where was you? You was asking him when he was having the children. I didn't ask him to have the children once, and I was there with him, Linda.
Can I get a picture on this, please? Well, actually, I'm just going to hear the picture here. What happened?
He started with his illness. He started with the sore throat, put it down to tonsillitis, and it wasn't that. And then he come out in the most horrific rash. He couldn't see his body.
So he ended up in hospital.
Yeah, because they couldn't, and even to this day they don't know what happened. He had the most nastiest virus. What they don't know what.
Right. Yes.
And he lost so much weight. But at the end of the day, I'm sure Lee would have felt a bit better. He just wanted to be with Nicky.
So you sit there now, Lee, and say that I wasn't there for you. I wasn't the one taking you.
We're not saying you weren't there for him,
I wasn't the one trying to get you to eat.
You could have been a bit more supportive.
I wasn't the one giving you all your tablets. I wasn't the one coming to the hospital with you. I wasn't the one coming to the doctors with you.
Can we go back a moment here? I want to go back to what I've just heard, because I can't ignore that. What assault?
When he had the children in the pub.
Yes.
He took them down home.
Yes.
And she were raising their fist. Well, Lee being Lee said, well, come on then, hit me. So she did. She assaulted him. She banged his head against the door. His head were out here. And I mean, this is...
Right, now can we tell the truth? Now can we tell the truth?
Go on then.
Please. Right. I'd asked for Bradley not to sleep at his brother's. So I'd said to him on the phone, no, I want Bradley to come home. His school uniform's here, his homework's here, he's got school the following morning. I want Bradley to come home.
Yes.
So Lee stumbles through the door with 3 of the children.
Yes.
He had Olivia, Archie and Poppy. So I said, where's Bradley? He's sleeping at Mark's. I'd asked for him not to sleep at Mark's. Then he was coming in. I said, where's the car? It's at the pub. Then he was
Which is how far away from your house?
It's like over the road. It's not far.
How far? To walk how far?
Maybe 5 minutes.
5 minutes, OK.
But I've got to cross a main road with 5 children.
Yes.
Go and collect my car on a Sunday night.
Yes.
To get them to school the following Monday morning. Right.
So the kids come home minus Bradley?
Minus Bradley, and Ella May was still playing out at this point. Lee didn't know where she was. So then, am I wrong on that, Lee? I don't want to say anything that's not correct.
Say what you want, Nicky. To be honest,
if it's not correct,
I'm here to sort the kids out, Nicky. I'm not bothered about you assaulting me.
Well, I didn't bring it up, but let's just go into details. So he comes back in. He comes in the house, sorry, with the children. He says Bradley's where I'd asked him not to be. So I asked him several times to get on his phone and get Bradley back to the house, because I wanted Bradley at home with me. And he was laughing at me. Then he was stood in my face. I didn't threaten to hit him, Linda. He was coming in my face, laughing in my face, saying, go on, hit me.
I know, that's what I said, yeah.
Hit me, right?
So you was antagonising the situation?
Yes, he was.
And you'd lost control?
Yes, and I fully admit he turned around and I hit him on the back of the head. I didn't bang his head.
Nicola.
No, I didn't, Lee. You had your back to me, so how did I slap you?
But you lost, whatever happened,
yes.
You lost control.
Yes, and I did hit him on the back of the head.
Let's get this clear, you didn't respect what was being asked to bring Bradley home, and that you lost your control and you were antagonising by laughing, OK? And the situation was immature.
Yes, definitely.
Let's face it, right? OK.
And he banged his head, Linda, because he was drunk, and when I asked him to leave, he banged his head when he was falling out of the front door.
I did not... the side of the head, Nicky. That's why I banged my head on the door frame.
No, Lee, sorry.
I don't think we'll get to the bottom of that, though, right? Because we've got hearsay.
I was wrong, and I fully admit I was wrong. I should not have hit him. I have apologised for it. I shouldn't have done it, but there is only so much any human being can take.
There's only so
and
much
when I've looked forward to having a day to myself...
if there's only so much that you can both take, isn't that the reason why you are not together?
Yes.
OK? So, period. OK? Like, period. You're not together. You're angry at one another. Let's just be real where we are right now, OK? There are so many reasons why this relationship is not working, OK? That's why decisions have been made, OK? Whether you wanted to be with Lee because you love him or you don't love him, but you wanted him there for the kids, whether you felt that you've done everything but you haven't, and you're being told you have and you feel you have, the reality is it's not working, OK? And it's not. It's not easy for the person who's holding on, thinking things are going to get better, but not recognising also what they need to do, okay, to accept when somebody else takes that control out of your hand and finishes the relationship. But quite frankly, I'm glad you're not together.
I am.
Because these kids would be suffering more. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of anger, okay? There's a lot of pain, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of the pair of you not taking responsibility and being accountable for yourselves in this relationship. And in every relationship, you've got to be able to look at yourself and recognise what you've not done. And I hope today that you can both realise there's a lot of things that you've not been accountable for. And there's been a lot of mixed messages as well, where you've played mind games with each other. And that's not okay either. So time out, enough. Let's focus on today. Let's focus on tomorrow. Can we focus on the future in how you both will be committed in your relationship with your kids, even though you are not together as a couple? Can we agree at least to do that together?
Definitely.
Here's what I do see. Okay, the children are behaving the way that they are purely because of the turmoil. There's no two ways about that. You know, you've only got to look at them here today. They're not in that environment, okay? They are stimulated. They were incredibly polite to me. They have manners. Okay, they've just not been in that environment. So let's today talk about Sundays, because it seems that Sunday is the day. Okay, Sunday is the day that you spend time with the children. Can we agree on a time that you will pick the children up, a time that you will deliver all the children back, that you will mean what you say what you mean, that you will build that trust so that Nikki knows that when you are with the kids, they are in your care, even if they are with other family members, they are solely in your care. They might, your brother might be with you, experiencing the fun that you're having with the children, but you are with them, and you are supervising them, and you are spending time with them. Can we agree on a time of pick-up and delivery, please?
But what's
Can we do that here?
For as long as he wants.
If Nicky has the car, you've no transport to take him anywhere.
Take them local for now. I just want to build the relationship. You think these kids don't care whether they're in Disneyland or walking on a pier with an ice cream? They don't care.
No.
Let's talk about time. So can we arrange a time and a pick-up time? Can we do that now? I want to put boundaries in place.
You choose your times. I don't care. It's entirely up to you. You choose what time you want.
What, 9:05? Is that all right?
But the thing is, Lee, don't say 9 and then go out on a Saturday night and be rough and not be able to be there for 9 o'clock.
Is that okay?
We're meant to be putting the boundaries here in place.
But I'm talking about being consistent.
But you
want to
see
say
that.
10, 11,
I've
then
just
say
said
10, 11.
9:05. Is that okay?
Here's today supposed to be a clean slate. Today it's about realising, okay? And in all fairness, as much as you've come to the picture and being able to say he's not doing it, it's not like you have sat here and said that you don't know that you need to do more. You have, and I appreciate the honesty, okay? But the truth of the matter is now, you've got to walk the walk now, okay?
I will.
And we have to put the boundaries in place. So you said 9 to 5. 9 to 5 it is. So you know, when you're managing your time, that what you need to do in order to be there for 9, okay? No different to you turning up punctual at a job. I would expect you to have the same priority, if not more, in the respects that your children are spending that time. So that now you can let the kids know that they have that to look forward to every Sunday, okay, which we do want. What I'd like to see, you were saying that you don't get time. You're the primary carer of 5 children. Yeah.
I'm the mum,
yeah, that's true. I mean, that's very true. So you've got to look at the pockets of time in which you can, okay? During the week, you've got the kids, obviously. They have a routine, schools, etc. All right? I believe, and this is where I see you could all be, okay? Here's where we could be. We could be in a place where you could, if you wanted to, choose a night a week, whether you had friends round, okay? Or you popped out for an hour. You get yourself to a place where you're running that tight ship. Actually, you could do that during the week if you wanted to, okay?
But who'd
Maybe
look after
not.
the children?
Sorry?
I can't leave the children.
No, you're going to have to leave the children, okay? Not right now, you can't leave the children here with Lee, OK? There's too much animosity and too much anger, OK? So you're going to have to leave the children with somebody who you trust, OK? Whether that's a dear friend, whether that's a family member, I don't know. But if you decided you wanted to do that during the week, maybe an hour during the week, I don't see that there's anything wrong in you being able to do that. If not, what's going to happen is that your Sunday is going to have to be your special day, OK? Where you recognise I have that time to be able to go out, so that it allows Lee to be able to have that time with the kids, and you have that right now. Where the two of you right now are in a place where you both need to get past that hurdle and heal. You're not in that place right now. Here's where the future could be. Here's where the future actually could be if you respect the boundaries. It could be in a place where when you have moved on and you've been amicable and you've respected the time you spend with the kids, doing the 9 to 5, you're feeling great about that, you're seeing that's happening, you're honouring those boundaries. Believe it or not, you could get yourselves to a place where actually Lee could come round in that evening.
Yeah, that's what I want.
You know, it could come round for an hour or an hour and a half, you know, and come round at like 6:30. You could be in a place where you say, Lee, you know what, I am going out, you know, great, I'll come round, I'll put the kids to bed, you know, I'll babysit for the kids a couple of hours, you know, I'll come round. OK, listen, I left shepherd's pie in the fridge. If you want it, I've done it, help yourself. You know, you could be in that place together, but you're not there now. And you're trying to get Lee to be in that place when you're not ready for it. The pair of you are not ready. It's too much anger. But you could be in that place during the week, and you could be in that place, you know, where it doesn't just become the Saturday. Maybe your projects and your work ends up in a situation where you actually turn around and say, I just wanted to let you know, I'm doing this job, it actually finishes. I don't know if you wanted to go out on Saturday night, but actually I'd love to have the kids, if that's OK. That's where you could be, because I know so many families that are in that place now. But right now, between the pair of you, it's not possible. So these boundaries and these guidelines have to be put in place until you both personally heal from the relationship that you feel so hurt in. And you have to be able to honour that. The behaviour, they're going to bicker, but what I want you to do is to teach, OK? And you both have to be on the same page with that, all right? Let them know what you expect when you're out, OK? The kind of behaviour that you want to see, all right? You need to be able to make sure that these kids are getting the verbal recognition and the praise when they are behaving, when they are doing well. You know, Bradley, you need to build that up with him. As far as Archie, you know, the stuff that you see with him is very rudimental that you'd see with any kind of toddler, really. You know, he's just pecking order with Poppy. But again, that's being able to give him a warning first. But it's also about creating games that they can all play together.
Yeah, it's
hard and sitting them down
for them all to do together.
There are lots of board games. The problem is that a lot of parents rely on technology today.
We see the thing
which is very solo.
I've tried with the board games, but then the little bits get lost, and then it's no good.
But that's about literally all coming around the board games together. That's about them sitting down, telling them the rules. That's about starting it, them getting it out and then putting it away. And you have one board game at a time.
Right.
You know, what happens is there's no responsibility for looking after the game, for when it's put out and when it's put away, which means you're not teaching the children respect for their own belongings. All right? I'm saying this over here, but of course I'm hoping you're listening for when you're out as well. You know, they need to be taught how to respect their belongings. They respect their belongings, they'll respect each other's belongings. Respect each other's belongings, they'll respect the home that they live in. Right. OK, so it's not about locking up the cereal. Take the lock off the cereal cupboard. You know, take the lock off the cereal cupboard. And you talk about Olivia, she's opinionated and she's, you know, loud in her personality, but her temperament is rather sensitive. And I feel that she just needs to learn more early educational structure, which will just allow her to feel more focused. You know, when you're talking to her, make sure she's always looking at you. Make sure that you're not talking. When you've got 5 kids, it's easy to talk to the back of their heads. You know, make sure that you've got eye contact with them. Utmost importantly, they need an environment to thrive, which is what you're going to create at home, because you're not going to have that stress because the pair of you are communicating better. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? can we move forward with those boundaries in place?
Definitely.
I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.